Back in the 1920s, there was a huge showcase of African American culture. It was the first major public recognition of the culture that occurred during the Harlem Renaissance, as we like to call it. African American music, literature, and art gained huge popularity at the time. And now, we have a month each year to celebrate the Black culture. Black History Month every February. I'm going to touch on a select few amounts of famous and fictional faces in media from all over the spectrum to really find the meaning of beyond Martin and Rosa. Let's begin with an example everybody knows. Black Panther was actually the first mainstream black superhero, first appearing in Fantastic Four number 52 in July 1966. He was originally conceived by Jack Kirby as a character named Cole Tiger. That is a stupid name compared to Black Panther. And of course, there was the Black Panther's movie debut in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which shattered records and is now number 12 on top lifetime grosses. That is insane, and it shows that when multicultural marketing is executed well, companies can serve even more of their customers. And even with the loss of Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther's Aboriginal actor, there is still a Black Panther 2 in the works. Is it bound to reach the fame that the first Black Panther accumulated? Your guess is as good as mine. Japanese companies have always had a strange relationship with representation. In a video game world mostly dominated by Japanese companies, it's harder to find this in video games. It seems that the default defined traits are loud, aggressive, enormous dudes, even though there are departures from this trope to be found, of course. The fighting game scene did end up having multicultural representation and culture, such as games like Dead or Alive, Street Fighter, and, of course, Tekken. It could be the reason why fighting game scenes seem to have far more people of color than most gaming scenes. Nowadays, we are able to take control of black protagonists. A recent release, Spiderman Miles Morales, where you play as Miles Morales, an African-American Spider-Man who has recently moved to Harlem. It touches into African-American culture with side missions where you find beats for your uncle, or the soundtrack of the game, which really shows its hip-hop roots. It even features famous artists like Kid Cudi and Jaden. Speaking of hip-hop, NWA is very commonly talked about in having a big impact on the rap game and culture, but there's someone else I want to spotlight, known for his activism and also his musical career, Killer Mike. Killer Mike and LP are a legendary rap duo, branding themselves Run the Jewels. Mike is a social and political activist. He feels it's his responsibility to represent African Americans. He has been vocal on the subject of police misconduct, his father being a former police officer himself. His anti-brutality sentiment can be found on many of his solo songs and Run the Jewels songs alike. This month is important for many reasons. African American isn't just a race, it's a culture. I hope I was able to shed some light on some important representations in media and in real life, and that I really captured the spirit of Black History Month. Thank you for watching.